Hi, I'm Mike, and today we're going to look at the black dog. We're going to look at this thing called depression. Now, we don't know what causes depression. There can be a number of things that can happen. Often it's a huge event in someone's life, the death of a spouse, a partner, a child, all the tragic things that happen to people. But let's look at its prevalence. They say 1 in 3 women in the world will go through depression and need medication, and 1 in 4 men. Only problem is that women seek help and men, we don't because we're men. We do that kind of stuff. You see, the one thing to realize is that depression is a medical condition, not a psychological condition. Yes, it impacts hugely on our psychology. Of course it does. But it is a medical condition. Just as you treat asthma with medication, depression in many cases needs medication as well, which you can get from a doctor or a psychiatrist. Now, as a psychologist, I have worked with many people and worked with many people who had depression. I've had it myself. I know exactly what it is. And it's where your nightmares become your daymares. You know, what are the symptoms? As you say, we don't know what really causes it, but the symptoms are wanting to cry all the time, suicidal ideation, thinking about taking yourself off this beautiful earth through suicide, which is tragic. Overeating, undereating, insomnia, permanent insomnia, continual anxiety, fight or flight. And we'll talk about that in another video sometime, the fight or flight process, which is triggered in our brain. It's where you get up and go, just got up and went when you feel absolutely awful. You just don't know what is going on. And the worst thing you can say to someone who's got depression is just pull your socks up or it'll be better tomorrow, because you know it won't be better tomorrow if it goes untreated. We have this very intricate, beautiful system in our brain called the limbic system, which takes everything we experience at one point, fires it right away through our brain, short-term, medium-term, long-term memory. And then it comes up and it meets our amygdala. This is happening in 1/1000th of a second. And the amygdala has 8 core emotions: love, enjoyment, surprise, fear, shame, anger, disgust, and sadness. Now, if someone is suffering from depression as an illness, they're not going to feel love, enjoyment, and surprise. But the brain needs a response to every situation. Without this system being open, the limbic system being open, and the primary, one of the strongest things that we need in our brain is serotonin, which is our feel-good hormone, which helps us to regulate our emotions. That often shuts itself down and starts moving backwards through the limbic system, and the brain still demands a response, so it fires automatically to the amygdala, and it comes up with fear, shame, anger, disgust, and sadness without context, completely, without any context, in its deepest, rawest form. And it doesn't access every experience we've ever had and how we coped in the past. You know, it's kind of a brain short circuit. And the worst thing you can say to somebody is just pull up your socks, you know, it'll be better tomorrow. No, it doesn't work like that. What you need to do is go see a doctor or go see a psychiatrist, somebody who can help you. Perhaps they'll recommend medication, which will open up these networks again so that you can have a contextual emotion. Depression is awful, it's debilitating, it is absolutely terrifying for somebody who's in it. So don't judge people who suffer from depression. And it is an illness and it needs to be treated. The best thing you can do is support them with love and recognition. Um, just care for them because they need it at that most crucial time in their lives. So this is a serious topic. Depression, you know, it can kill you. But I'm grateful that I'm good. My life is good and that I survived it. And I'm here to share my experience and experience of working with people who have had depression or had depression. And the really good thing is I watched so many of those people recover because they wanted to, because they also sought help. They sought counseling and psychological help. So please don't look down on somebody who's got depression. It is medical. Would you look down on someone who had asthma? Anyway, we'll talk about the fight or flight system in our brain at another time, but it triggers that as well, which causes incredible anxiety and stress as well to add it on top of it. But there's light at the end of this dark tunnel. And if you're there, seek some help. And if you know somebody is there, just love them. Thank you for joining me. I'm Mike on the Free to Live project with Mike, and we'll see you again next time. And please take care of yourself.